Yeah, let's do it. You know, bring in the hordes, bring in the hate. Guys, this is going to be goofy. This is going to be goofy as fuck. L hater. Ah! No, listen, here's the thing. We're going to listen to it together, and we're actually going to assess the quality of all of it in real time. And there's going to be parts of the record that like, okay, you know, like actually there's something here. I'll say ahead of the time, Freddie Gibbs versus killer, really good. Some good stuff on there. So there's going to be those moments, but simultaneously there's going to be other moments. There's going to be other moments where we're going to have to take the Kanye fans and we're going to have to just like rub their nose in the piss and shit. Cause it's like, guys, you can't excuse this. Let's give this thing a spin. Vultures 1, Kanye West, Ty Dolla $ign, ba-boom, ba-bam. Here we are. You want me to get a low taper fade?
Tell them don't wait up for me. Pull out. Keep a few juice on the staff now.
Okay, so pause. Because again, I hear from Kanye fans that I'm supposed to separate the artist from the art, which, okay, you can make that argument. But how am I supposed to do that when literally out of the gate, I'm being hit with, I'm gonna come through and just black out, keep a few Jews on the staff now. Okay, can you explain this to me in chat? Because I'm having trouble myself. Because again, I hear, you gotta separate the artist from the art, bro. Separate the artist. That is what he said. That is the bar. That is the bar. We're gonna listen to, is this why Kanye fans continue in the way that they do? They're just like, no, that's not what he said. No, it is what he said. That is the bar.
Keep a few Jews on the staff now.
Keep a few Jews on the staff now. That is widely recognized across the internet and even on Genius as the bar. It's a kind of funny bar. I mean, if you want to laugh at it, I guess you could laugh at it. It's not a kind of humor that I would endorse. But with that being said, like, it's clearly in reference to all the anti-Semitism, and it's pretty fucking tacky, you know? So, I mean, we have to reconcile here. We have to reconcile something. We have to reconcile either that you're just ignoring parts of the music in order to enjoy it, or that in this instance, we actually can't separate the artist from the art. It's mixed up it's in there. He's hitting you with it right out of he wants you to hear it. He's not even being secretive about it. He's not even pocketing it in something or throwing it under a layer. It's right in there. Yap, yap, yap. I know, but it's important because you guys don't talk about this shit. You just ignore it. That's all I'm going to say about that. There'll be more, I'm sure.
Keep a few juice on the step, rip up the contract.
I do like that chorus bit. I do like that choral vocal section. That's a nice touch. It's nice. Also, there are a lot of people in chat saying Peggy production, JPEG Mafia production. I mean, which is most likely true. I mean, there's no reason to, yeah, the Dijon sample. There's no reason to doubt that. But, you know, it's also important to note that there are other producers credited on the track other than Peggy. There's FNZ, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's Sean Leon. There's Shadow. I'm not even sure what specific part could even be attributed to Peggy. Yeah, is on there too. Okay, so, you know, look, I'll say instrumentally, first opening track, again, as far as like the spacey synth patches and those big choral vocals, you know, it's a vibe. Big drums are nice too. I think a lot of the arguments in chat about the Jews line are stupid and disingenuous, frankly. It's basically an argument that you wouldn't take from me or anybody else who was, you know, being shown to be racist and was like, hey guys, wait a second, guys. I have a black best friend. I have black people who work for me. I'm not transphobic. I have a trans employee. You would never, ever accept that argument from another person whose meat you were not riding on a regular basis. You would never accept that argument from somebody who you're not parasocially obsessed with glazing every time they drop some mid. So don't throw that argument in my chat as if you actually principally hold to that argument. You don't. I'm not going to stop yapping. See, here's the thing. If you want me to stop yapping, stop being wrong. When you stop gaslighting me and bullshitting me, I'll stop talking. Okay, but as long as you're going to gaslight me and bullshit me, like he says he has Jews on the staff, that means he likes Jews. Okay, you wouldn't accept that from anybody else. You wouldn't accept it from anybody else. Okay, just stating facts. I'm stating facts, so I'm going to yap as long as you lie. Okay, let's listen to the next track, Keys of My Life, which has Timbaland on the beat, a few other people too, Shadow as well. Let's give this one a spin. Here we go.
Plus these texts getting way too emotional, way too much time alone.
Emotional is classic Kanye. Oh, and there's people in chat asking me if I'm a Jew. Well, that's great. That's great. You guys are a real class act. Thank you.
Told the guys have a nigga in your house eating Papa John's.
The Papa John's line is unhinged. I'll say that.
Where you get that money from? Since I lost my mom, you was like my foster mom. Homie, when they hold their guns. Wasn't it always this way? Put up with all my mistakes. Couldn't it all be so simple? I could've.
Wu-Tang beat switch. Random Wu-Tang beat switch. We like a random Wu-Tang beat switch, I suppose.
Use that last part for the intro. Like you don't see me beating on your wing, get on the chin like Jay Leno.
I wanna give you the keys to my life, yeah.
Okay. Chill outro. Look, I'll give Kanye this. I think there were a few standout, little cool bits of wordplay and turns of phrase on that track. That emoji bar, kind of cute, quirky, tongue-in-cheek, classic Kanye. Papa John's line was pretty funny. I thought that homies in the chai when they, shy when they hold their guns was pretty sick. That meta bit of I could have used that last part for the intro, little weird, but it's still, kind of funny and self-aware in a way. Maybe not the Jay Leno line, but look, here's the thing. Kind of the pacing and intensity of the track is just kind of boring. It's a little awkward. It's, the transition into Ty's chorus is just really unceremonious and ugh. Even that Wu-Tang beat switch, which I think should have been more ceremonious and cool, just like kind of played in the background as if nothing like really changed or significant was going on. It's certainly, having previewed the album already, I think it's one of the more solid tracks on the record, but it's not really like stand out. There's some finer kinks there that I think are missing. So we've talked about the track. Next thing I want to talk about is just kind of like, again, general tone of stuff going on in chat. There are obviously some psychos popping up. I'm not so much against, I guess, some of them popping in and kind of acting like idiots, at least for a few moments. I will maybe do a bit of a limitation a little bit on that. My reasoning being is that I just kind of want to let it be known and make it kind of clear and obvious what sort of audience is being attracted by this record right now. Okay, because there are a lot of people online, especially on Twitter, on social media, who constantly will gaslight me and just act like, oh no, man, that's it. His music's not appealing to those types of people. That's not who cares about his. No, it is. It is, because they're literally in my comments, in my mentions, saying me personally like absolutely insane, unhinged, ridiculous, hateful, misogynistic, racist, insane shit. And like now here in the chat, you see it. Like you can actually see how they're acting and the stuff that they're saying. Okay. And again, it's not going to continue on through in chat, for too much longer. But the thing is like, you guys are acting this way. The people are like riding and dying for this record. You're acting this way for everybody else to see. So there will be no hiding it past this point because you're putting a spotlight on it by being public about this sort of behavior. You're no longer in the Kanye hug box where you can all sort of like, human centipede style suck each other's dicks on Twitter. This is not where that is. A lot of you guys who operate in that world falsely presume that that's like the world and that's like where all opinions start and end. And because you guys can sort of like, you know, orgy dogpile on a certain tweet or opinion that you don't like, that means like you're right and the other people are wrong. And that because you're the loudest, most annoying bunch of fuckers, that you're the ones who are correct and everybody else has to bow to you. But the thing is, most people agree more with me, but they just don't get in your face about it and they don't publicly voice it because they don't want to get harassed by you. However, I don't give a fuck. You can continue hating and slagging me or whatever. It comes with the territory and I'm doing it for myself, you know, so I'm kind of used to it at this point. You guys have been fucking hating on me and getting up my ass over Kanye takes since 2010. Like there's nothing you could say to me that's going to faze me at this point. Okay. So let's continue on through the record and listen to the next track, Paid. Oh, this is a good one, man. Actually, I'm really excited for this one. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough listen, this track. All right, let's give this one a spin. We're no longer in the hug box, guys. We're no longer in the Kanye hug box.
I'm just here to get paid.
Hey, he's honest about it. He's telling you. Why is Ty on the record? He's here to get paid. That's what he's doing.
I'm just here to get paid. I'm just here to get mistake. In the closet.
Wait, pause. What? Excuse me, what? This is your goat. This is how your goat starts his verse. Okay, we're going to rewind that because I know some of you fuckers would be like, no, that was hot. No, that was a good part. No, that's good. That's good. Here we go. Yo, bars. He's hitting you with that Elmo flow. He's hitting you with that Sesame Street flow. Kanye fans will be like, 10 out of 10. That's my goat. Song of the year. It's just a shittier version of Fade. This is just Fade, but shitty. Yelmo. yeah, Yelmo. Oh my God. You know, this part kind of goes though. Like as soon as Kanye shuts up and he stops sounding like Elmo. Roxanne! Elmo thinks Roxanne should turn on the red light. Wow. Paid is Elmo's favorite song on the album. Elmo really loves to play Paid. Elmo's favorite Kanye West record is The Life of Pablo.
Attention when you really get that up front. You keep on saying, I'm just take a lady's hand. Ladies go with Friday night, let's all get paid. Friday night, let's all get paid.
And again, the only reason it sounds as good as it does is because you're referencing back to something that you did better years ago. If that track didn't exist, this would just, what the fuck would this even be? So, there. Let's spin a talking, which obviously, you know, kind of big teaser to the record. Northwest is on there. Her verse is fun. Ty on the back end is kind of cool. I've kind of talked about this track already. I suppose we'll spin it anyway. I'll just kind of preview it by saying I'm not crazy about the progression. Kind of feels like two disparate half songs kind of smashed together, but you know, it has some cool vibes and ideas on it. And again, the Northwest part is fun. Place. It's not a New Music Friday. There we go. Nice. That's what we call in the streaming biz professionalism. Oh, one more thing before we move on. I saw like somebody in chat going like, Sexy Red is worse. Like, it's so confusing to me. Like, is it just merely because of my review? Like, why is Sexy Red like the object of like your point of comparison for this record or whatever? You know, it's like she's like over there making this totally other different vibe and genre of music. She's not even going for what Kanye is going for. But like, if we're comparing, if we're having a dick measuring contest here, there are multiple Sexy Red singles that I can name that have a better fucking mix than this and are actually kind of better songs structurally. So you're kind of coping hard here, to be honest. You know, it's Sexy Red is worse. Well, even if that's true, who cares? You know, even if that was true, that doesn't change the fact that the mix is shit. So you can shit all over Sexy Red as much as you want. Fix your fucking mix and stop being a fucking anti-Semite. Here's another favorite. The Freddy verse, though. The Freddy verse.
With you. Guys, I guess just...
You're addicted to hating. Not as much as Kanye's addicted to putting out fucking mid right now. Classic Kanye drum beat, though.
Let's keep moaning, girl, I need to be. Heart was broken.
Guys, you can't be like grown man, by the way, when we're listening to the album of a guy who's even older than me, harassed his ex-wife. What else? Do we need to go through the rap sheet here? By every metric on the planet, this man who you glaze on Twitter day in and day out provably acts more immature than I ever have every second of the day, and yet you're worried about me being 38. Fuck you. Oh, bro's pushing 40. Kanye's older than 40 and acts like he's 4.
This is shit that make rap niggas mad. You should have bought him more ass. Did I do that?
That was a kind of funny part.
Beautiful naked big titty women just don't fall the sky. Beautiful big titty but naked women just don't fall the sky.
Okay, guys. This is the worst chorus of Kanye's fucking career. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Big beautiful... I can't even begin to impersonate this. What the fuck? Big beautiful big titty but naked women just to follow the sky, you know? Like what? Not only are the vocals mixed like piss, and there's like loads of unneeded distortion on it, but like what? It sounds like trash. It doesn't even flow. It's only catchy by virtue of it being as stupid as it is. No, it's not fire. There's nothing fire about this. He literally just lifted a line from a movie and is saying it with no regard for the rhythm or anything whatsoever over the beat. It sounds like ass. It's ridiculous. You may say it's funny, but this isn't a fucking comedy record. And the thing is, if that's really the only selling point for this verse for you, then this is a comedy record. Kanye's a fucking clown. Like, he's just a goofy. I don't know what to tell you. This is like not seriously good. There's nothing seriously good about it. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's preposterous, but this is not good songwriting.
No.
And what's funny is like, and I'll keep yapping because I'm a yappy boy, is Freddie Gibbs literally flows the same line better than Kanye does on the fucking hook. He actually flows the line in a way where it's like, holy shit, okay, that actually hit when he said it. But yet Kanye wants to come through here as if this is like, oh, I can't relate. Can't relate to what? This isn't reality. There's nothing real about this. I mean, I live in the same universe that all of you do, where in fact, beautiful big titty butt naked women don't just fall out of the sky, unless there's a world that you live in where that happens, which if you did, are they injured when it hits the ground? Like, I feel for them that you should put a trampoline or some kind of like soft thing for them to fall onto. I know it's a movie reference, bro. I know it's a movie reference. Don't talk to me like I don't know what the fuck it's referencing.
I've been searching high and low. Easy, how you doing, huh? Just don't fall out the sky, you know. I mean, just don't fall out the sky, you know.
Listen, if you guys, some people in chat, I just have to say, I thought you guys liked people whose wives left them. You guys like this guy. His wife left him. And then he harassed her for months for it. So, I mean, how is that a bad thing when you like this guy? That's something that you like. This guy, that happened to this guy, and he was cringe and harassed his wife for months for it. So how is that a big deal to you when it comes to me? And also, you don't know the whole story because I'm not a fucking idiot and I don't put my personal life on the internet every day and harass people online because I want to sort of like get my little Twitter mob harassing and fighting and defaming people who I used to be with or married to or whatever. That's psychotic. This man does that. You can't hate on me for that shit. That's your guy. That's your guy. Your guy did that. That's your guy. So whatever you're saying to me about that, that's like, that's 2 times true for your man. So if that's a bad thing, then, you know, guys, it's like this. Think of it this way. It's like when you throw out casual fat phobia and your fat friend is right there in the room and it's like, oh man, I wonder if that's what they think about me. When you hate on other divorced men, Like, you're hating on your divorced guy over here. What if Kanye saw this chat right now? He's like, oh man, my wife left me and I spent months harassing her, and all that happened was she tried to take the kids away. Like, you guys are psychotic with how you fucking do the double standard. Psychotic. The gaslighting is insane. You're also fat. So is Kanye. Kanye's fucking fatter and flabbier than me. That fucker's in worse shape than I am. What the fuck? Like, literally everything you guys say is fucking projection. It's psychotic. It's fucking psychotic. Jesus Christ.
Tell me how you still fall the sky, you know.
God, Freddie Gibbs, please save this trash ass song. Save the song, brother. Save the track, man. Please.
Fucking two twins, I told her skinny was in, so she turned the bird bitch to my ex like I was Elon. Cow hunting soda, once it's over, and then she dead and me get that hoe. I'm a whining and down, and then I take my ratchet hoe to sex. Fuck her, cause it's all about survival, ho. The fat chicken, I'm from the crack era. With catch beautiful naked big titty.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't want to hear that fucking bullshit again. With that being said, though, I can see why in retrospect, because I was a little skeptical about it at first, I could see why in retrospect Freddie was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to jump on this shit. Just involve himself with the record just in general. Because, like, that was a fucking cakewalk for Freddie. I mean, you know, multiple great bars, especially that turn my bird bitch to an ex like I'm Elon, or like Elon. That was smart. That was smart. That was a funny bar. That was a clever bar. But again, like, without even trying, because that's not even the best Freddie Gibbs verse, I think he knew pretty handily that he would have the best, if not second or third best, by quite a mile, even in comparison with Kanye. Best feature on the record, which, I mean, is, you know, something big to have on a total fucking mess like this. So, I mean, good for him. Good for him coming through and dominating among a sea of mediocrity. All right, let's listen to this next track, which is a true headache, HOODRAT. Here we go. Ooh, you're a hater. Oh, you're a hater. Oh, you're hating. You're hating. Make better music. Write better hooks. Stop glazing mid. Beat's pretty cool. Freddie Gibbs' part was great. But Kanye's done better. Expect more. Expect better. All right, here's HOODRAT. Do you like the sound of this? I hope you do, because if you don't, you're going to have to get used to it. Listening to it again, I mean, I felt pretty confident in this when I first heard it, but I'm just going to say this is the shittiest mix on the record. And maybe of any Kanye song ever, like demos and bootleg tracks included. Plus, on top of it, this just sounds like a Kanye West version of something Death Grips would do, but like obviously 10 times worse. Whore! Whore!
When you toast on that Gucci, Gucci green, let the light dim so young. Wrapped up around shaker.
You could barely hear his fucking vocals. The mix is so fucking trash. Jesus Christ. Like, this track really is an achievement. I mean, there's so many different parts of the song that are completely at odds with each other. Like, you have that kind of sensual throwback 80s Quiet Storm soul thing going on with the vocals. You have kind of those grand, dark twisted fantasy piano chords. You have those pounding drums. You have those enveloping huge, like, kind of droning synths. And of course, like, who can forget the cherry on top? Mwah. It's just chef's piss is what it is. I'm sorry. This is giving me a fucking headache. All right, let's listen to Do It. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get a fucking headache off that shit. I'm not even joking the fuck around. Like, that you really seriously, like, okay, test. I dare any of you, if you have any group of friends that is outside of like, you know, the Kanye cult psychosis, play that shit on the aux and see, you'll never get the fucking cord again. You'll have the cord wrapped around your fucking throat and they're going to leave you on the side of the fucking road. It's what's going to happen to you. So I dare you, do it. Do it and see how fast the aux cord gets wrapped around your throat. Oh my God. Hey guys, oh man, I gotta play you some new heat. Heard. Here mountain is say enough. Whore. Just banger all around. You know, I'll say, I'll do a bit of a tease here and say, this is maybe my favorite track on the record. Maybe my favorite track on the record. Mostly because it just kind of feels like a Thai song. It just feels like a Thai song, but with like a little bit of and that Nipsey part's cool. Favorite track on the record. Love that kind of throwback groove. It's got almost like an 80s kind of, you know, electro feel to it. And again, Nipsey part really cool. The Kanye contribution is very tiny, which I think helps. The YG feature on the back end. I love the beat switch with that too. But yeah, this one, it's not amazing. It's not the greatest thing I've ever heard, but I do think it is one of the few standouts on the album. Love that little part, that upper harmony right there. It's a really nice touch. And again, if this were on like a Thai record, I would fuck with it. Fuck with it heavy.
Throw it up, baby, throw it up that work. You don't like it, that's your loss. I ain't finna pay the whole cost. Throwing so much money, yay, that's yay. I just bought my bitch a bitch. So they gon' have to clean for weeks. All this money, do it. She got the little fashion. Any money, more she choose, go home.
Is that just literally the back that ass up beat, or is it like kind of like a bit of a variation? I think it's just the beat, right? Is that even like? Did he even get confirmation on that sample, or is it just like just thrown on there like everything else? Okay, not the most amazing song in the world, but again, I think true. R.I.P. Nipsey. One of the stronger tracks on the record, and look at how good this album could be if you're not dousing everything in your fucking psychotic pride and ego and saying cringe anti-Semitic shit and going above and beyond to be ultra defensive and act like an asshat, and actually care about song structure. I mean, again, it's not a mind-blowing song, but it's at least catchy and a vibe. And, you know, Ye kind of got out of Ty's way and just let him do his thing, you know? But yeah, really, really best song on the record so far. All right, let's hear Paperwork.
Get my paper right and come out, let's play tonight. Back on at the type to point fingers.
This doesn't just feel like a Yeezus leftover, just like a bad Yeezus leftover to you guys? Like, it doesn't just feel like a bad Yeezus leftover?
No relation, bitch, better get your paperwork.
Oh yeah, Brazil stand up. Brazil stand up for this shit. With that little synth riff, which is chaotic as fuck. But I mean, as much as I do appreciate the source material and what they're pulling from here, I don't think it comes together the best. But
back on that for the paper. Get about all the problems you can. Drunk off X, it was supposed to be perks. I said we'll make mommy late for work.
There's a lot of younger Kanye fans triggered in chat right now. Like, no, I don't want to make mommy late for work. No. I need to eat my cookies and juice before we drive to school. Look, some cool elements on the instrumental there. It's like a weird Brazilian Yeezus beat. But it's such a fucking mess and has no momentum to it. Just the progression sucks. Like going from verse to verse, like there's no pickup, there's no electricity, there's no nothing. It's just like one awkward, weird performance after another over a beat that's the only thing keeping things interesting. But you know, cool Brazilian crossover. All right, let's listen to a Burn.
It's a hell of a time. I love it.
It just sounds like Ty singing over a fucking YouTube beat. Like from some random 2000s pop song. What is this? This is nothing special. The fuck is this shit? Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you think this beat is special, you're 14. I guarantee you're 14, 15, 16. Everything you're hearing right now happened in 2005. Everything happened. All of this happened in 2005 already. In fact, not only did this happen in 2005, Kanye's music in 2005 was a breath of fresh air from this. If you weren't listening to Kanye, this was the shit that was playing on the radio. Yeah, I do like Sexy Red. I do like, listen, you guys are never going to shame me for liking Sexy Red. Yes, I like Sexy Red. Yes, I think she makes bangers. I think she makes fun music. This is just some mid dance pop from the mid 2000s. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Who's not entertained by my pain? Quitting to take off my chains. So who would make a son the CEO of the firm if you ain't charging enough? You heard about yeah.
All right, there we go. Kind of a shorty, little distorted, kind of demo quality. Singing and rapping over a YouTube beat. But you know what? If you kind of like that 2000s vibe, I guess it's fine. I'm sure you guys love this one. You're going to love this one. You're going to love this one.
She tryna fuck some right now. Shy wanna fuck, well, I'm letting her fuck. Now that little hoe, she tryna fuck some.
Baby, don't keep me up.
Gotta love that Alvin and the Chipmunks breakdown.
Me, baby, perfect to me. Suck on me publicly.
I'm sorry, that gave me indigestion. That was so fucking gross. I just see Kanye being like, "Suck on me," and just like, just like getting his lips up on the mic a little bit, and just like real and like getting close to like throating, and just be like, publicly. So fucking cringe. Oh my god, suck on me publicly. Meanwhile, Shorty wanna fuck him. Shorty wanna fuck him. Okay, well, thank you.
Started with 3 songs. Me not the 3. Just said a nigga had me feeling. Shy wanna fuck, well, I'm letting.
Mix the vocals better. It's not a fucking podcast. It's not ASMR. We don't need to sound like we're buried in Cardi's throat. Jesus Christ. All right. Vultures. I mean, we've heard it. And Kanye didn't even have the dignity to keep the Havoc version on the record. So let's just listen to Carnival, since you guys love that track so much. The opener here sounds like a fucking fraternity hazing ritual. Like, Jesus Christ.
Pretty bitch with white toes. I done put put her with Yeezy and dollar sign.
All right, guys, I can't. I really fucking cannot. Like, of all the songs on this record that you could hype up, why is this one a focus for you guys? Like, it just sounds like shitty trap EDM from the early 2000s. This happened already. Again, this happened. And when it did happen, Kanye was making better music. Not only that, but like how many years has it been since Rich the Kid fell off? Like, what is he doing on this album? With this mid-ass verse, he sounds awkward as fuck on the beat. His flow is messy. And this is just another shitty mix. Like, the bass is too much. Those big grand vocals in the background are kind of buried in such a way where they don't sound all that big. It's just another fucking demo that you're overhyping the fuck out of.
I gave that bitch a cramp. I'm a neck a bubble back. They served us the part since the day we was. That's me to me, Rich. This for what they
like. Can we talk about how this whole fucking verse is like overcompensating? From the Jesus thing to the Taylor Swift thing to the Cosby thing. Like, he's just fucking overcompensating with every word coming out of his mouth. Also, here's the next amazing part.
Got my kids in a fake school.
Motherfucker, you made a fake school. They got my kids in a fake school. You fucking made a fake school. You spent millions of dollars on a fake school and ripped people off that stupidly sent their kids to that school. And the teachers and the people that worked in the phys ed department and so on and so forth have all come out since that school fucking crumbled and have talked about how fake of a fucking school it was. You made a fake school. How you could dare call anybody else's school fake, which again, this is why I understand why Kanye fans are constantly coping and projecting every single thing about him onto other people, because that's what he does. They literally see him, they glaze him, and they're like, oh, well, that's, I have to copy what my goat does. I have to copy what my icon does. Every single terrible thing about him, I accuse other people of. You literally fucking made a fake school, you dumb fuck. You made a fake school. That's what you did. You cannot accuse other people of making a fake school when you did that. You made a fake ass school. There's tons of articles about it. There's tons of interviews about it. Go on the fucking internet. I beg you. I fucking beg you. Leave the Kanye reservation and like do a little bit, just a tad bit of research. Don't get your information from a dumb anonymous fuck on Twitter with a Kanye avatar. Do not. That is not a good source of information. Actually go read things. Go read stuff. Kanye made a fake school. He's not allowed to accuse other people of making a fake school. He did that. That's what he did. That's what he did. Jesus.
Go, ride a dick like a carnival. She ride dick like a carnival.
She ride dick like a carnival. Okay, let's just continue on. Jesus Christ. She ride dick like a carnival. All right. What's next? Beg forgiveness. Maybe this song is about the fake school, begging for forgiveness for the fake school.
You've gone too far. You've gone too far.
Suffocating secrets I must keep.
Fuck it up. One, don't let your moment pass you by. Life. Don't cut off the lights. And if I go tonight.
Oh, my goat. I can't believe my goat put, oh man, I love my goat. He put a Donda leftover on here. Yes. Yeah. Shout out to my goat. Oh man. I love Donda leftovers. Yeah. Hell yeah. I love a Donda leftover. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Donda leftovers. It's not bad, but I mean, it's dragging, man. It's dragging.
Say you wanna make amends before I will wait. Yeah, you know my mind.
Well, at least the tie part toward the end was passionate. You know, you could say that. At least the tie part was passionate. But yeah, just dragged out too much. Awkward pacing. Decent, chilling Donda vibes, but there's something missing there. And again, just kind of feels a little demo quality. Just feels like it's too skeletal. Even skeletal by Donda standards. It need a little extra something, some layers, some something. All right, good don't die. We're almost done. Thank God. Oh, this is the one with the Donna Summer interpolation. Which, do we have any updates on, like, you know, the Black Sabbath bit earlier, or like what's going on with like Donna Summer's estate taking issue with sort of the interpolation here?
Don't die, don't. This hopeless night came 1,000 mouthful.
You know what this is hitting like right now? This kind of reads to me as like, hold on a second, like obviously the cerebral, you know, kind of spacey instrumental, and the lone, distant Donna Summer, you know, vocal isn't, you know, really giving this necessarily, because obviously it's a little strange, it's a little spacey, it's a little alien. Yeah, like with a bigger, brighter instrumental and like maybe a peppier part of your beat, I could kind of hear this being like a 2000s Black Eyed Peas song? Like really Will.I.am going hard. On this hopeless night, came 1,000 miles to see you smile. Do, 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 do. And then Fergie comes in and wets herself. I mean, you know, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Don't die, don't die in the dark.
It's so Will.I.am coded. It's a little Will.I.am coded. I am in therapy. I actually did therapy before I came on live earlier. Come on, guys. Let's get this party started. Does this go anywhere? I guess that's the best question. Does this go anywhere? Does this go anywhere? You guys are talking about me being insane. Don't die, chat. Don't die. Yeah, again, it's Donna Summer. It's Black Eyed Peas and David Guetta solving racism all at once. All of that combined. And also going nowhere fast because there's no progression to it. But still, W for positivity. It's true. All right, let's listen to Problematic. Oh, man. Kanye. Oh, yeah, you guys think I'm problematic? I'm going to put a song on the album called Problematic. That'll show you. That'll show all of you. You know, I almost regret skipping Vultures earlier because that's where one of the most anti-Semitic bars on the entire record pops up, which, you know, is patently gross and weird and awkward. But I love how Kanye has said so much shit about this that he has to sort of like own it now. He has to be like, yeah, oh, look at all these people. They think I'm problematic. All right, let's hear it.
I feel like I've been Pope like the leader of the Vatican.
That Pope like the leader of the Vatican? He is. That's what a Pope is.
Throw your motherfucking hands.
Lawsuits and furniture moving. That's panic like they know Spanish. I'ma take all my baldies to Giorgio Baldi's. Throw my dick.
Shout out to me. Shout out to me, man. Shout out to me. You can never hate on me for being bald again. He's taken me out. He's taken me out. Shout out to me. Fantano shout out on the record. I mean, you know, hey, thanks. Thanks for thinking of me.
A party acid saved the summer. New ad bitch looking like a reference.
Guys, I'm sorry. I know I've said this on Twitter already and you know, but that is such a fucking gross thing to say about your wife. And for anybody who would even dare to defend it. Dare to defend it. And I know this is not going to apply to a lot of the people in chat who are angry supporting this record. But look at your girlfriend and say that shit to her. See what happens. Say that shit to your girlfriend. Say that shit to your girlfriend. Say that shit to your wife. Say that shit to yours and see what would happen. And see what tell them they're a reference. Girl, you look so good. You're like a reference, girl. You're like a reference. I don't have a wife because I don't want one. I don't want one. I'm done. I'm done with it. As you can tell, because I didn't spend months harassing her on Twitter to get back with me. When it was over, which it is, it was over. It was done. It was over. Did not spend months harassing her on Twitter. Did not. Unlike your guy. Unlike your guy. Unlike your man here.
Passing out and then she waking up.
So we went from mid version of Bound 2 to mid version of All of the Lights. Like, when are we just going to get just something good? Just something good that's like of itself. Like I don't.
Boat, you had it on loan. Every day a new trip to the Poconos. You might have to. That was a jokey joke. That wasn't.
It was a jokey joke, guys.
Me when you broke. Do that make me a polygamist?
I'm not. Do I even need to go over that bar? Let's just finish this.
Everything said, huh? Bipolar, anti-Semite.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm crazy. I'm bipolar. Anti-Semite. I mean, he's telling you himself. Because, I mean, Kanye is the one who's told you that he's crazy and bipolar. He himself has said that. So you can't take the third thing and be like, oh yeah, is that true about me too? Like, Literally, you told us that you were bipolar on the front cover of your record. But even that narrative isn't straight, because you've said that it might not be that, or if you have that, it may also be autism, which you got from the car crash, which is also not how you get autism. Like, make anything this man says make sense. Please. Please. But yeah, we did make it to the end. We did make it to the end and of course we're finishing things off with a track that has one of the worst mixes on the record.
And I'm still talk to you no more, huh? It was took me off, I should be paying more, huh?
Does nobody know how to mix? Does nobody know how to mix anything? I feel bad Mike Dean's not there. You know, it's you can really tell he's not there. Like you can tell he's absent. You could tell he went out for some smokes and never came back. Yeah, it's got that Burzum mix. At least she's telling you. At least he's telling you he's an anti-Semite. Oh, but he's not. Oh, thank God. I've never wanted silence so badly. I've never wanted silence so bad. It's finally quiet. It's finally quiet. Yeah. Oh, you're so disgusting. Yeah. Somehow more disgusting. Here's priorities. Somehow more disgusting than the platinum selling rapper who's like, oh, look at me, I'm an anti-Semite. Oh, yeah. More disgusting than that. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I suffered for your entertainment. Hopefully you appreciate that on some level. Probably nothing was learned, nothing was gained through all of this, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I didn't expect much, and you know, we're at where we're at, you know. I really truly think Kanye at this point can do nothing wrong, and not all of you guys, many of you guys who are in chat will just glaze him no matter what. And you know, I mean, you're just going to do that, and that's fine. If that's what makes you happy, that's what makes you happy.